The forces that surround power is always the real power. President Obama does not run this country. President Obama has been chosen to govern white affairs.
A lot of people sometimes ask whether President Obama's presidency benefited the black Americans. Some think it did, others also think it didn't. Mr. Louise Farrakhan, the leader of Nation of Islam, made some comments about this particular topic. I want us to watch this video. I will be back.
On CNN, I was questioned after I spoke in 2007 about Barack Obama. And CNN said, well, what do you think about this young man? I said, I think he's brilliant. I think he has fresh ideas. But I'm under no illusion that even if he did become president, that he could change the reality of black suffering in America, because when you are running for something, you can say a lot of things, but when you sit in the seat and you feel the energy of electricity putting something on your backside, the forces that surround power is always the real power. President Obama does not run this country. President Obama has been chosen to govern white affairs. And if in that process we get something, it won't be because the governing powers want it. It will be because we organized and forced a government to speak to our needs. Now, look, thank you for the question. You know, I want it clearly said in love that I love my brother. I voted for him. At 5 o'clock in the morning, I was out there with my wife voting for our brother. I, like you, am very proud that a black man sits in the White House. But I also understand very clearly, and we should understand that it is the White House. And until we exercise power to force that house to address our agenda. Now remember, our dear sister Julianne Malvo mentioned A. Philip Randolph. Man, that was a long time ago. And the cry was jobs and justice. In the March on Washington in 1963, the cry was jobs and justice. In the 20-year anniversary of the March on Washington, the cry was jobs and justice. We are now in 2010, 10. And what is the cry?
Just and just.
Well, wait a minute. How long
Not long.
are you going to sit around begging white people to do for us what we have the power to do for ourselves? Excuse me.
And the church
I'm quite passionate, so
amen.
you all set me off. You know that. And I love it. But listen, an agenda is a program, a schedule, a timetable, a plan, a list, a scheme to accomplish a certain result. We have come up with black agendas, but we've been looking to the wrong people to fulfill our agenda. If Franklin Delano Roosevelt said to A. Philip Randolph, yeah, everything you told me is right. The Negroes need this, the Negroes are suffering that. Now you go out and make me do it. Do you think that having a black face in the White House means that we don't have to make him do it?
That's right.
That's right.
Who surrounds him? Let me even go up a bit further. I just
It's all right. It's all right, Linda.
look. Our brother is brilliant. He got a good heart. I think he really loves America and wants to make America better. He wanted to ease the pain between America and the Muslim world. He wants to solve the problem of Israel and the Palestinians. He has the heart to want to make America better. But he's like that camel in the Quran that God warned the people, don't hamstring his camel. They didn't care what God wanted. They hamstrung the camel. Every one of our brothers and sisters that spoke today, we have a right to expect something from our brother. 97% of our people voted for him. Yes, there's trouble asset relief program, but there's no. There is still racist America between the money being sent down and it coming to those who need it most. If he does not use his bully pulpit to address that, we can fault him for that. But wait a minute. In love.
Everybody say it.
In love.
Say it again. One more again.
Okay, I want to deal with that word. Because love is bigger than some emotional feeling. The word love, you can change the vowel O to I and the consonant V to F. When you have love, real love, you have life. And that's why the scripture says we can tell that we have passed from death into life because we love the brotherhood. Okay? Now, I was with Elijah Muhammad one day, my teacher, and he said to me, brother, you're always talking about love. Define it for me. And I went into my Webster's emotional dictionary stuff. And he said, brother, where there is freedom, where there is justice, where there is equality, there is love and there is life. Our problem is we have been looking to the wrong source to give us freedom, justice, equality, love, and life.
So I will also say Africans has been looking for the wrong source for giving us development and peace. Now I want to ask my viewers if what the man is saying, who Mr. Louise Farrakhan is saying, is true or false. Please share your comments or your opinion in the comment section. Now I want to share my personal opinion. This is my personal opinion, which I think in many ways Obama really was not in control of his leadership, which a lot of people know. Obama was used to serve some certain purpose, and after they were done with him, they decided, his term was up, but he was sent to achieve certain purpose. Why am I saying this? I don't know much about what his impact in the American politics, but if I can make a little comparison, one of the biggest highways in Ghana was sponsored by George Bush, who is the leader who was the president before Obama came to power. One of the biggest highway was sponsored was sponsored by Mr. W. Bush. That is the fact. It is called George Walker Bush Highway from, I think, Malam Junction. Those who know Ghana, from Malam Junction to Medina, or to Medina, yeah. That particular road was sponsored by George Bush. So we realized when Obama came to power, we were thinking, Obama, as a black leader in America, even the other leaders has sponsored a whole lot of infrastructure development in Africa. So Obama will be one leader who is going to pump a whole lot of investment or a whole lot of infrastructure development in Africa. But we saw none of that. So there is not even a single monumental structure that has named after Obama in Ghana, where I am. Maybe the other countries, I don't know what it is there, but where I am, there's not even a single monumental infrastructure that has been named after him. But Bush has a whole highway named after him. Now, there is one strange thing that Obama did, which I think he has even regretted now, is they used Obama to eliminate one of the influential leaders in Africa, who is Muammar Gaddafi. That has made a whole lot of Africans despise him. And you are one of Africa's sons. You are one of us. And even though they were spreading a whole lot of propaganda about Muammar Gaddafi, of him being dictator, the man was doing great for his country, whether we like it or not. After he was eliminated, what is the fate of Libya? after he was eliminated, what is the fate of Libya? But this man made sure Libyans has seen success. Libyans has seen development. But with all that, he was eliminated by Obama's administration. And I have heard he has even commented that it is also one of his mistakes he did. He has accepted it. So this whole political leadership, now let me come to Africa. It has been built in a way, these democratic systems we are practicing has been built in a way that even if the leader has intention of doing something good, with the situation around him, he cannot achieve it. And I'll use a whole lot of African leaders as an example. When you are in opposition and you are campaigning to try to become your leader, to become the country's leader, most of the times what happens behind the scene are not known. We have a lot of corporate organizations. We have a whole lot of cartels that normally sponsor most of political campaigns. We have a lot of corrupt officials that sponsor most of African campaigns. So you may have a very good mindset for your country, but if you can't hold your own and decide to take money from all these cartels and all these corrupt organizations, if you come to power, there is nothing much you can do. And there is nothing much you can offer. These are the people who will control you. These are the people who will manipulate you. And at the end of the day, you will realize that you are not in control of your affairs. Africans don't select leaders based on merit. We select leaders based on the one who has been presented to us. So they present these two leaders for us, this political party, because they are the one who have the money. They are the one which organizations, corrupt organizations, has pumped money into these political parties. So we are presented with only people whom we see on the ballot box. They don't give us opportunity to select our own leaders. Now, in Ghana, before you run for party candidates, the party you have to register some huge amount of money before you can pick a form to become a candidate for the party. And there is a whole lot of things that are happening that people don't understand. What is happening is, those or the people who has the money are the only people that are always winning the candidacy. And the party will make sure their members or the delegates select the people who have money so that they can get money to do campaign. So the democratic system we are practicing here is not about who can do the job. It's all about who can offer money. And what are you expecting? If I'm coming to stand for party candidacy and I have to pay a whole huge amount of money before I can pick forms, and we also need a huge amount of money before we can do campaign, Where do you think that money comes from? That money comes from corrupt organizations, cartels, and all these organizations you hear about. They are the one who are sponsoring this particular person. So when he becomes leader, he has no opinion, or he is not in control. Most of them are not in control. So it's about time we start. That is how we have been campaigning that this Western democratic system is not helping Africa, because this system has been built in a way that the person with the money can always lead the country. The person who has connections to be sponsored is the one who is coming to rule you or coming to lead you. So he is not necessarily someone who is patriotic, someone who is willing to develop his country. He is there to make business with the country. He's going to use the money and the country to do business. They didn't just sponsor you to become a leader. They also want resources. They want natural resources. They want your minerals. And when they demand, there is nothing you can do. Let me leave it here. We are going to continue to expose some facts about the so-called democracy we are practicing and the impact, especially the negative impact it's giving to Africa. Please go to my description box. You'll find Telegram link. Click on the link and join us on our Telegram platform. Let us discuss about the well-being of Africa. If today is also your first time coming to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button so that anytime I upload any great content, you will be notified. Thanks for watching.